All right, man. Let's talk about Jim Lampley shooting. Being right about Al Haymon. All right, let's talk about it. Check out the Box News playlist. Hit the link tree. Follow us on Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, X, Facebook. I'm literally everywhere. Just hit the link tree. It'll take you there. Like the Staple Singers. Um, so basically, we've been saying about Al Heyman for a long time. And people still put their faith in Al Heyman, which is crazy to me. Um, uh, and Al Heyman is trying to do what's best for his individual fighters, but at the same time, um, but at the same time, um, you know what I'm saying? It's just, um, it's not, it's really not what's best for boxing overall. Um, and people can't, and this, Al Heyman is the one that got people saying like, well, it got people saying, well, we gotta worry about get these fighters paid. We gotta, man, fuck these fighters. You think they care how you spend your money as long as you buying tickets? That's all they care about. Let's shout out to this
You've
Joel.
had some unsavory words, I'll say, for Al Heyman. Uh, what do you think he's done to boxing?
Well, I don't know that I've said anything really nasty about Al Heyman. I think there's something to be said for wanting to protect your fighters, and I know why Al has a personal interest in safety for his fighters and preventing danger to them, et cetera, et cetera. But if you go about running careers that way in boxing, you're ignoring one of the most important elements of the sport, which is danger, which is risk. It's a sport about risk. It's a sport about danger, and all too often, what I saw from Al was the avoidance of risk and wins that were managed in advance rather than needing to be earned in the ring. Too many mismatches.
So you heard him. At the end of the day, what he's saying is 100% correct. You know what I'm saying? You trying to, um, you trying to, um, be safe. You're trying to be safe in a sport that's built on collision. That's not a safe sport. You know what you sign up for. You know exactly what you signing up for. You know, and like he said, he basically is fixing fights. And at the end of the day, all right, at the end of the day, what you end up finding out is that when his fighters are forced to step up, and eventually it all comes when they forced to step up, or they end up fighting an opponent that they feel like they gonna beat, and it's not managed in advance the right way, and they make a matchmaking error. You find out they magically get beat, and then when they lose, they're never the same fighter. They're never the same fighter again when they lose. So that's one thing people need to look at. He's right. You trying to protect fighters by making them fight less, which I keep explaining to y'all. It's not how it works. If a fighter is not going to, if an athlete cannot be active, especially, it cannot be active, all that's going to do is lead to more damage. And obviously, in y'all brains, Y'all can't make the parallel. Y'all can't make that parallel. You know, you have to continue. You have to master your craft by continue to do your craft and repetition. And think about it. In between all these fights, these dudes ain't fight. They not training. They don't train till they get a fight date. And now Haymon ain't give you a fight date to what 8 to 10 weeks. So now what you have is a diminished product. That's what you have. You now have a diminished product because these dudes ain't training in between fights, right? Right. So the craft is dropping off. Then when they do show up twice a year, if you lucky, they showing up versus opponents not so good. So the only intrigue is, can we get an upset? Can we get an upset? That's the only intrigue. Can we get upset? He's about knowing the outcome of the fights way in advance. And that's the God honest truth. It's not good for the sport. These dudes need to be active. These dudes need to be fighting the best. That's the only way you get better. And now Haymon is poisonous. He is terrible for the sport. And you hate to say that about a brother, but at the end of the day, the way black people is today, I don't really hate to say it. The quality of people out here is trash, especially the brothers and the sisters. Like I tell you all the time, y'all meet a nice, yeah, my bad. You meet a nice young lady, or you got a down homeboy. If you're a female, you got a down home girl. Keep them around. But unfortunately, in life, we make the parallels of opposites attract. You know, we make that parallel, and our parallels mean for the most part, um, like our opposites attract. The good people get with the bad people. The introverts get with the outgoing people. That's just the way it is. That's just the way it is. But Al Heyman fights just like Money Mayweather. He promotes his fighters just like Money Mayweather promotes his fighters. The same way. He's a safety first guy. And it's really no space in boxing for safety first. And that's why boxing is the way it is. And then you got a nice contingent of fans. The majority of the fans and these new fans and some of the old fans that have been corrupted that don't see nothing wrong with it. They think this the way boxing supposed to be. Absolutely not. And that's how I could tell who been around and who ain't been around the block. That's how I know who been around and who ain't been around. That's how I can tell. That's how I can tell who been around and who ain't been around. That's how I can tell. Easily. Easily. That's exactly how I can tell who been around and who ain't been around. So, it's nothing new. But his synopsis of Al Heyman is very accurate. It is very accurate. It is very accurate. Very accurate. Very accurate. Very accurate. He wants to be a safety first boxing promoter. You know, once a fight once or twice a year. And how can you perfect your craft if you don't do your craft? Think about that for a minute. How can you perfect your craft if you're not doing your craft? And if you're going to fight once or twice a year, right? If you're going to fight once or twice a year, okay, and that's going to be the case, guess what? Make it the best fight that you can possibly make that one time a year. So let me know what you girls and guys think. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance, get notifications. We go live or drop video financially. Want to support the channel? Cash App $ CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313, PayPal link in the description. Hit the link tree. Find me on Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, the whole nine. Appreciate the love and support. Check out the Box News playlist. Hit the link tree. Appreciate y'all for supporting the channel. Peace.